here, and we're back. Our first episode of October 2001. Hope y'all had a great holiday and New Year's, and we're going to try to get caught up here and try to get you guys some more content to the best of my ability here in our WCW save. Lots of stuff going on in the company right now. We're really starting to build towards the end of the year now, guys, and I always try to thank you guys as much as I possibly can for keeping this going, because if you guys don't watch it, like, and comment, there's no point, you know what I mean? So I am definitely enjoying this save, and I'm definitely wrapping my brain around writing these shows sometimes, because I'll sit in my office and just write each show out multiple times to make sure it's the best product I can give you guys with what I have. Having said that, we are on episode 309. We're in front of just under 4,000 people today, and we're opening the show with our usual video package that opens Wednesday Night Nitro, using all of our main eventers as we usually do, with a 69 rating on that. And we open our show this week after the video segment with Jeff Jarrett coming down to the ring with BG James and Lance Storm. They say they're talking Booker T, Stevie Ray, and Ken Shamrock, and Jeff Jarrett says, look, last week Booker T and Stevie Ray put themselves in a spot where they were going to fail no matter what happened. Now, did I know that Shamrock was going to come out and do what he did to Booker? No. Was I going to stop it? No. What champion would be stupid enough to not allow someone to beat up his number one contender before a championship match this month? That just seems stupid. Now, Booker T's not here tonight. Stevie Ray's not here tonight. And that directly is because of us and Ken Shamrock. Now, Booker T, if you can find your way to Halloween Havoc for this title and actually get to the match, I look forward to officially breaking your ankle and finishing what Ken Shamrock started last week. He gets interrupted, though, by Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam interrupts and says that Jeff Jarrett hides behind other wrestlers. That's why he has Storm and BG James in the ring with him tonight, and he hid behind Ken Shamrock last week and had him do all of his dirty work to beat down Booker T. RVD wants a match right now. Jeff Jarrett laughs and says, nah. Van Dam, to actually get a match with me for this belt, you actually have to earn it. It's not as easy as when we had our War Games Survivor match, where you got to be inputted into a match and all of a sudden you had to face me. No. You have to earn a shot at the WCW champion. But tonight, Rob, I'll give you Lance Storm, and you can have that match right now. So our opening segment of the show was overall a 73. The first part with Jarrett and BG and Lance got us a 71. Adding Van Dam to the mix was a 74. Both storylines have advanced. Van Dam was good. Lance Storm and RVD both benefited and improvised well. So let's get to the opening match of Wednesday Night Nitro. And of course, we knew this was going to be a crazy rating. In about the head superb wrestling and great heat, Rob Van Dam defeats Lance Storm in 12:53 by pinfall with a 5-star frog splash. Wrestling rating at 82, crowd at 64, segment at 83. Van Dam with an 83, Storm an 80. The matches are better color commentary. Again, Mike Tenay's fantastic, so I don't understand. And Van Dam benefited from having a hot new move and public support and amazing form. So great match here from Van Dam and Storm to open Nitro. The reason this was not the main event, guys, is remember we have the WCW Tag Team Championship match tonight in the cage. That will be main eventing Nitro. So big win here for Van Dam. These guys always just do amazing when they're together. So any chance I can put these two in a match where it doesn't feel like I'm forcing it, I will do it every single time. However, post-match, as RVD is celebrating, Jeff Jarrett slides into the ring and slams a guitar over the head of Rob Van Dam. Jeff Jarrett attacks RVD from behind, laying Van Dam out with the traditional Jeff Jarrett guitar. 64 segment on that. So clearly there's some build to this, maybe, who knows, but Jarrett definitely did not take kind to Rob Van Dam interrupting him here tonight, and made that very clear with that guitar shot. 64 segment there. We get a backstage promo, which just never goes well with La Familia, but we're just going to talk about it, where Chavo Guerrero says that he's disappointed in La Familia, he's disappointed in himself, he's frustrated, everything has gone wrong since he's lost that Cruiserweight Championship. He thought bringing in S.A. Aguilar was going to change things, and then he directs his attention to Juventud and Psicosis, as he calls them the two biggest disappointments, and that they have not lived up to their side of the bargain, as he storms off from the promo. Guys, I know the ratings are bad, but where this is going to be awesome in my opinion. The way I've written this out is going to make a lot of sense once we get there. Just bear with me. We're going to get there. It's going to be cool. I think so. Trouble in La Familia has advanced but lost heat, because it usually does. 38 on that segment. Alright, in a tag team match, and about that decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, the Young Dragons defeat Juventud Guerrero and Psicosis in 8:01 when Jimmy Yang pins Psicosis with a corkscrew moonsault. Wrestling rating of 48, crowd of 35, segment rating of 52. Psicosis at 38, Juventud at 39, Jimmy Yang at 59, Kaz Hayashi at 56. Also, I apologize if you can hear a train horn behind me. Apparently, it is time for the train to wake up. The Trouble in La Familia story has advanced, and the commentary lifted the match. This was simply to keep putting more pressure on Juventud and Psicosis. They're already not happy as it is, so just try to make them as unhappy as possible at this point, because there's no point in keeping them. And the Young Dragons gets a nice TV win, even though this feud already happened. The Young Dragons getting wins means our tag team division gets stronger, which you'll see more to that soon. Alright, and backstage. So, part one is Dustin Rhodes. He's cutting a promo talking about how, his return to WCW has been an awesome success so far, and he looks forward to eventually making his way into the title picture for some WCW gold, and to show that he is to par with his father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. As he's doing his promo, though, Chavo Guerrero walks by and they bump shoulders, and Dustin Rhodes kind of makes a snark comment saying, "Well, your family's doing great, isn't it?" And Chavo Guerrero and Dustin Rhodes in the brawl, and Chavo he's so frustrated that the brawl is on here, guys. Dustin and Chavo Guerrero are throwing punches, haymakers, one back and forth, until security finally breaks it up. So we clearly are building to Chavo and Dustin Rhodes in a singles bout, heading towards Halloween Havoc here, which is best case scenario for both gentlemen, as again you will see as we go further along as why that is. We got a 66 on this overall backstage segment, 73 out of just Dustin, 60 out of both gentlemen. The Trouble in La Familia story has advanced and gained heat, which thank God, because we need something heat there. And Chavo Guerrero underperformed, which I figured was going to happen. 66 overall, guys. This is just another segment to get towards this match for Halloween Havoc, which, by the way, is in 4 weeks. We get a pre-taped angle that a tag team is returning to WCW shortly, and that is the Second City Saints, CM Punk and Colt Cabana. They are finally going to be returning after a couple months off due to some injuries. They will be returning very shortly to WCW Tag Team action. 49 segment there. Before they got hurt, though, they were definitely on their way to getting a WCW Tag Team title match, so we'll see kind of where they lie when they return. And about that, had decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling, which I fully expected. Shawn Stasiak defeats Hugh Morrus in 7:26 by pinfall with a fisherman suplex. Wrestling rating of 41, crowd of 43, segment of 42. This was once again a way to get Shawn Stasiak more wins, as we are trying to make him a solid mid-card act here on the roster. 43 out of Stasiak, 40 out of Morrus. The Jindrak and Stasiak storyline has advanced automatically. Commentary lifted the match, and Stacy and Shawn are a great pairing. Again, Hugh Morrus is in the same category. I talk about this every show with Juventud and Psychosis, where they're just kind of there. Shawn Stasiak, I'm trying to make him a mid-carder. I'm trying to make that mid-card as deep as I can with what has been given to me, so that's what we're trying to do here. Post-match, Mark Jindrak hits the ring, trying to get a hold of Stasiak after he had turned on him a couple weeks back. Unfortunately for Jindrak, Stasiak bails out of the ring, and Jindrak is very fired up as the crowd seems to be starting to like Jindrak a little bit more, as they are finally starting to waken up a little bit to his character. The storyline has advanced, and we got a 53 segment rating on that out of Jindrak and Stasiak, which honestly, I will take that every chance I can get. We get a backstage promo from Shane Helms. So Shane Helms is still, last week he attacked AJ Styles from behind, and this is what he had to say this week. He says, last week, AJ Styles, I made it very clear that Cruiserweight Championship is mine. I don't care when I get the match. I don't care what place. All I know is the next time I face you, AJ, I'm not going to slip up and let you get a 1-2-3 on me. I'm winning that match. I'm hitting you with a vertebreaker, and I'm getting the 1-2-3 to get my Cruiserweight Championship back and my Cruiserweight division back. 64 on that promo from Sugar Shane Helms. The Cruiserweight title storyline has advanced. I'm very excited about these two. They have kind of been carrying my Cruiserweight division here in 2001, and I think they've done a very good job. And they're getting some reinforcements soon, which will make this division even deeper. So, 64 on this segment. And in a great match here, so two cruiserweights that are definitely on the top of their game. In a decent match, Billy Kidman defeats Shane Helms in 9:33 by a pinfall with a fast roll-up. This was a high spots match. AJ Styles distracted Shane Helms to cause the win. 62 on the wrestling rating, 42 on the crowd, 65 on the match. Shane Helms is 64, Kidman is 61, Cruiserweight title has advanced, and Shane Helms benefits from having a hot new move. So this is even deeper story, which I know the Cruiserweight division never really had many storylines per se, especially around this time in wrestling, but we're trying to really kind of build some stories here, guys, and Kidman, he's definitely getting his way towards a Cruiserweight Championship match at some point here. Because he's definitely been flirting around with the champions, and he had that feud with Daniels, which he ended up winning, which is awesome. And he pulls up a fast roll up here on Shane Helms. So good match here. AJ Styles calls a distraction, which builds the storyline a little bit. Alright, so backstage, Shane McMahon's in his office as he has Mike Awesome, Kurt Hennig, and Kanyon all in the office with security as the argument is kind of overflowing the segment, and Shane McMahon tells everybody to shut up and says, I'm going down to the ring, I'll call you out one by one, and I have a decision as for what is going to happen with the WCW United States Championship for Halloween Havoc. Just shut up and meet me in the ring. 61 on that segment from Shane. Both storylines have advanced. Shane McMahon benefits from having the public support. Alright, and here's the segment, guys. So part one is Shane McMahon comes down to the ring and he says, alright, I'm going to do this in front of everybody so everybody has a way to hear this and comprehends on what we're going to do here. So Kanyon, come on down as our current reigning WCW United States Champion. Kanyon comes down to the ring. Mike Awesome, as a former United States Champion, please come down to the ring. And Kurt Hennig, as a former U.S. Champion, please come down to the ring. Now, Mike Awesome and Kurt Hennig, you both have claims that you never got your rematches for the U.S. Championship, and that is a true fact. However, last week, neither one of you were able to pull off the victory in a singles bout to determine our number one contender. So, at Halloween Havoc, it'll be Kanyon defending the WCW United States Championship against not just Kurt Hennig, but also against Mike Awesome, because both of you guys will be getting your return matches at the same time. Now, having said that, we have 3 weeks till Halloween Havoc, so Kanyon, in non-title matches next week, you will face Mike Awesome next week, And in the week after that, you will face Kurt Hennig in a singles belt each. So let's pre-book 2 things here. So next week we have in a singles belt, once this loads, there we go, it'll be Canyon facing off against former U.S. champion Mike Awesome. Alright, yep, that's that. And then Halloween Havoc, we already have our WCW Championship match, and now we have our U.S. Championship match, which will be a 3-way singles belt, U.S. title, which this match should just be unreal, I think. And Canyon, beautiful. There it is. WCW U.S. Championship. There it is. Beautiful. 66 overall in the segment here, guys. The first part with Canyon was a 71. Awesome was a 68. Hennig 67. 61 on the overall of all the segment here. Mike Awesome was not great. And the unknown storyline also has advanced, and the U.S. title has advanced. So, a lot of stuff with just this segment, guys. Hopefully you understand where I kind of went there. If you have any questions, please throw them in the comments. We get an update on Rob Van Dam after the guitar shot, as Mike Tenay explains that Rob Van Dam has suffered a concussion, unfortunately, after the guitar shot from Jarrett earlier in the night. Hopefully we'll have more details on how long potentially Rob Van Dam will be out of action due to this guitar shot from Jarrett. 75 on that segment there. So that sucks, Van Dam being out now due to that guitar shot. In a decent match, Johnny the Bull defeats Jamie Noble in 6:58 by pinfall with a diving spinning leg drop. We did have the return of Little Guido here as he attacks Jamie Noble, leading to Johnny the Bull's victory. Wrestling rating was a 56, crowd a 35, segment overall was a 57. Johnny the Bull got us a 54, Jamie Noble a 58, and the commentary lifted the match. The post-match here, I hope the rating's not trash here, let's hope. But we do have officially the return of the FBI. Johnny the Bull, Little Guido, Tony Mamaluke, and Tracy Smothers are all back in the fold here. We had some injuries, so we kept some guys off TV. Tony and Tracy both were injured on house shows, and now everybody is back on the roster. The full-blooded Italians are here, and Jamie Noble, unfortunately, was in the wrong spot at the wrong time. But we have some more depth now in our cruiserweight with Guido, and now the FBI as tag team. So 51 on this segment here as the FBI is back. Alright, and about to have good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Wow, Bob Holly defeats Dustin Rhodes in 11:48 by pinfall with a Falcon Arrow. Wrestling rating was a 66. Crowd of 53 in this segment was a 65. Bob got us a 69, Dustin a 62. They have great chemistry, and Dustin's getting better at his gimmick as the natural. The reason I had this match happen, I know Dustin takes a loss here, but at the end of the day, I don't think it matters for him to lose to Bob, because Bob Holly's definitely become one of our upper mid-carders at this point. And Dustin taking a loss here I don't think is hurting him in any way, shape, or form, as he's feuding with Chavo Guerrero anyway, and kind of that mid-card feud. And so I don't think this in the long run is going to hurt Dustin at all. And it's a great TV match also, and Bob Holly gets a win, which is kind of something we're building Bob up as best as possible, because for some reason in this this mod he's fantastic, so why not take a roll with it, you know? But post-match, DDP gets some revenge on Bob Holly and hits him with the Diamond Cutter, and lays him out in the ring as Diamond Dallas Page, after hitting the Diamond Cutter, jumps through the crowd as the crowd is celebrating that Diamond Dallas Page has gotten one up on Bob Holly. The Bob and DDP story has advanced and gained heat with a 75 segment rating. This is going to be a good match, I hope, for Halloween Havoc. Bob and Diamond Dallas Page is going to be good stuff, I think. And for both guys, it's a great story for right now, because, I mean, Page was kind of floundering after Fall Brawl, and same with Bob, but Bob needed a nice little storyline before we went towards Starrcade, so this is good. This is good stuff. 75 segment rating, like I said. And in our main event of the evening, which I knew was going to be rough, but hopefully this doesn't kill the show. In a decent match, the Road Warriors defeat Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire in a cage match in 15:26 when Warrior Animal pins Chuck Palumbo with a Doomsday device. This was a storytelling match as the Road Warriors make defense number 1 of the WCW Tag Team Championships in the final encounter of these two teams. Wrestling rating of 52, crowd of 46, segment of 54, Chuck 49, Shawn of 52, Hawk of 56, Animal of 51. Both storylines advanced. The creative finish was a failure, so that's why we were hurting here so badly. Animal was off his game. They got their tag team bonus. Commentary lifted the match. Piper lifted the match with ringside work, and Sean O'Haire benefits from having a hot new move. I'm a little nervous because I was hoping this match was at least going to get a 60, maybe 65. Dang. Well, at least we got to the end of this feud finally. We main evented with something different with the tag team titles cage match. I hope this doesn't kill my rating for the show. Man, okay. Well, let's see what we get for an overall show rating here, guys. Let's see what happens. Yeah. 64 overall. We lost popularity in one region, which was, I think, the first time we've lost popularity, which I figured was going to happen, considering we were in a very, very poor main event. The show increased our popularity in 9 regions, which is definitely helpful. But overall here, it looks like the main event is what just killed us on this show, because nothing was really low rated besides that. I mean, obviously Chavo's promo wasn't great either, but overall, guys, this was a great Nitro. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying the series. As we start building towards Starrcade 2001, we got a couple months before that. Lots of debuts coming, lots of returns coming. If you are liking, please make sure you are liking the video and throwing comments if you want to see certain things. But hopefully I'll be able to get this next Nitro out to you guys in the next couple days. Other than that, we'll see you then.